Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing pretty good today. Brought to you here by The Spectator. I'm actually gonna, I got two articles to show you. Here. Is U.S. foreign policy being directed by Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner? If you want to know where President Donald Trump will bomb next, follow his daughter on Twitter. This isn't really the article I want to read, except for one part down here. Let's see. Maybe I got the wrong one up. Okay, now this is from the Business Insider. Ivanka Trump has hired her own chief of staff, April 21st, 2017. This is what's important right here. Oops. First daughter, Ivanka Trump, has reportedly hired a former Bush administration official as her new chief of staff in the West Wing. Unbelievable. Well, I have to laugh because this article is brought by Town and Country. Okay. Ivanka Trump's evolving role as her father's, in her father's White House. And this came out April 27, 2017. Right. She vocally disagreed with her father's policy in the Syrian refugee crisis, a marked departure from her lack of public dissent in the past. Ivanka Trump vocally disagreed with her father's policies on the Syrian refugee crisis in an interview Wednesday, a marked departure from her lack of public dissent in the past. I think there is a global humanitarian crisis that's happening, and we have to come together and we have to solve it. Oh, I thank you, Ivanka. Thank you for pointing out the obvious. Alright. The only way to solve this global humanitarian crisis is to get rid of the deep state, and certainly, honey, nobody voted for you. Alright. I don't even remember her name being on the ballots for voting, but for some reason she's taken over the role as president. I don't know. This should really upset a lot of people. Yeah. Anyways, this has been bugging me forever. And in any case, so she said that to NBC, of course. When asked about whether the solution to the crisis would include opening America's borders to Syrian refugees, Ivanka said, that has to be part of the discussion, but that's not going to be enough in and of itself. Of course, President Trump's revised travel ban, which went into effect on March 16th, bars all Syrian refugees from entering the United States for 120 days. The statement is a significant change for Ivanka, who has been criticized for her silence since her father took office. What? What? She hasn't shut the hell up since she moved into that house. Give me a frickin' break. Alright. In an interview with Gayle King in April, Ivanka defended herself against those critics. I think there are multiple ways to have your voice heard. In some cases, it's through protests, and it's through going on the nightly news and talking about or denouncing every issue on which you disagree with. Other times it is quietly and directly and candidly. So, where I disagree with my father, he knows it, and I express myself with total candor. So, you mean to tell me Donald Trump's a little pussy? Really? He's a little pussy who's going to let his daughter make all the decisions? Something not right in that White House once again. I think the most of... Now, these are quotes, okay? This is Ivanka talking. I think most of the impact I have over time, people will not actually know about it. Bullshit, I know about it. And they're going to know about it really soon, sweetie. Okay? Ugh. While the conversation aired Wednesday morning, it was filmed the night before. While Ivanka was still in Germany for the 420 summit, her first foreign trip as an official house-white staffer. See, she's staff. See that? Staff. She's not president. She's staff, and she doesn't need her own chief of staff. Her father has not yet traveled abroad as president, though most of his predecessors made multiple foreign trips within their first 100 days. Ivanka was personally invited to attend a panel of women's entrepreneurship by German Chancellor Angela Merkel, the daughter of Hitler. Ugh. Disgusting. Once there, she was met with boos, boo, and she spoke about her father's commitment to women's issues. Doesn't seem like Trump's speaking much. Seems like I said, Ivanka is all. Ivanka's running that White House. And Jared. Let's not forget Jared. Alright. Mr. Soros lackey. Boy, bunch of inbred people going on here running the country. Not hybrid, inbred. Ugh. Alright, anyways. That is something I'm very proud of, my father's advocacy. Long before he came into the presidency, and he still hasn't, all he does is sit at his desk with his pen writing executive orders. Okay? He doesn't do anything. Well, he pretends to. He championed this in the primaries. He's been a tremendous champion of supporting families and enabling them to thrive. Really? Anybody out there feel like you're thriving? Any of you out there feel like your families are being supported since Trump took the presidency? No. Remember that 100-day contract? He didn't fulfill a single one of his promises. As normal, but what do you expect? So, yeah, he's been a tremendous champion supporting families and enabling them to thrive. Well, you, me, and everybody else are subjected to chemtrails and Monsanto shit. Right. She said as the crowd turned negative. Huh. Crowd was smart. I've certainly heard the criticism from the media, and that's been perpetuated, but I know from personal experience, and I think that thousands of women who have worked with and for my father for decades when he was in the private sector are a testament to his belief and solid conviction in the potential of women and their ability to do the job as well as any man. Well, that's true. We can. Excuse me. So I think my personal experience, and you were asking me about my role as daughter and as advisor, as a daughter. Remember that. She is the daughter of the president. Daughter. Not even the first lady. I can speak on a very personal level, knowing that he encouraged me and enabled me to thrive more. Well, good for you, Ivanka. Okay, in addition to the panel, which also featured Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, IMF's Managing Director Christine Lagarde, Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs Chrystia Freeland, Bank of America's Vice Chairman Anne Finucane, BRCK's Juliana Roth, and Trump. Ivanka plans to visit a technical college. Alright, forget that. She's attending a gala. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways, I'm not going to read any more about this. You got the point. Oh, this is interesting. Let me read this. Accompanying Ivanka on the trip was her new chief of staff, Julie Radford, who was hired just last week. Radford had previously worked under George W. Bush's Education Secretary, Margaret Spellings, and then went on to become a consultant for Goldman Sachs. According to Politico, Radford was recruited for the position by Dina Powell, Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategy, and Ivanka's close advisor, who also worked in the Bush White House. This is strange. These guys are just diabolical. Much like the rest of Ivanka's role in her father's administration, a special assistant having her own chief of staff is rather unusual. You think? It's suspicious. It's beyond unusual. It's suspicious. And it is unclear at this point what responsibilities Radford will be taking on. Oh. So there you have it. Alright. You want to know where Trump's going to bomb next? Just follow Ivanka Trump on Twitter. Alright, everybody. Have a good day, and until next time, peace.